and welcome back to the channel. So today what we're gonna do, like we have it. So from last time, we users have the ability to choose the other, and then when they choose the other, right? Then what that kind of means is that they kind of fill out this form, right? But when they don't choose other, or they choose a value, then we're kind of good to go from there, right? So let's try to see what that looks like. So we're going to say for artists, and so we're going to start off with the artists, right? So artists, right, they have a title and they have a country. So title, CTRLR, right? So, and then I want to try to make this an object here, just so it's easier. It's kind of a bit easier to deal with. All right, so I'm gonna do so. Say artist title. And then I'm gonna write this out, and then we're gonna see what it looks like at the finish. All right. So kind of here are some of my fields that I kind of want to try to have set up here, right? So basically, what we're gonna do, we have our text editor controller. Please enter the job title, so on. But then, right, what we want to try to do is we want to provide an NA option, right, so that users don't have to n/a, right, n/, and then also, so it's like a comma, right, and then also I think this should just work just fine. And then we'll say n/a. Well, I think what I'll do right here is just. Then I don't want to edit the original one. Actually, it's kind of fine. But in like a real one, I'll just go ahead and update the date. Right, so I say n/a, and then also say n/a, and then we're going to see what that looks like. So okay, so essentially what that most likely needs is that this insert, I can't just insert it like that. I need another one, right, just to insert it. Right, so then that should be good. Now I'll try to run this connection, and now good to go. So now what I want to do, I want to try to restart the app. So I say, if it's running, and it doesn't look like it's running from here. So. Alright, so there's kind of that. So now we're kind of seeing the NAs being available, and then I think album, yeah, something kind of happened here. I think so the release date, most likely. Okay, and then if anything, I might know what's going on here since I said NA. I might have to update these classes so that I can reflect that. So, alright, so essentially these might be null. So. So not necessarily, but the country might be null. And I'm not really getting any cast I have to worry about. So this should essentially work now. And now I gotta go into the album. And then so this might be missing. Right, so two not necessarily. There shouldn't be a reason why this is happening. Alright, that's fine. try to see what that looks like. Yeah, so do string. And now we kind of have everything back. Alright, so really cool. So now what we essentially want to try to do here is we want to start adding our fields. So we should be really good to go. Right, so I think NA is going to be required, right? Because we already have the NA option, right? So people just can't leave anything blank anymore. So essentially what that's going to mean is that all these values are going to be required. So let's see. So now that we kind of have that, let's try to work on the title and then the country. And then the country, I want to try to make an API to get the list. I want to try to make an API to get the list. Yeah, so that. But you know, the title of that should be kind of good to go. So now what we're going to do, go over to our widget here, and right, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make these like separate, like sub widgets, because this is getting rather large. This widget here. So essentially what I want to try to do is I want to say generate artist fields. So artist fields, right? And then so return another column. Say children, and then I must have I'll also have a text editing field or text form field, right? So, but we kind of have our list here, right, in our text controllers. So I definitely want to try and leverage that. Right. So basically, what I'm gonna do, I want to say list.generate, and then essentially what I want to do, I want to say text controller at index 0, 1, 2. Or I want to say find first. Say first where Alright, and then I want to say, and then basically I want to get its fields, right? Artist title, artist country, and I want to try to turn this to a list, right? So it looks like I can't really do that in Dart. Yeah, Dart's really not great with taking a list and converting it into like taking one type and converting it into another type, but that's okay, right? So fields equals artist. So I want to say let's say artist form dot fields artist title. say artist title, and then artist country. Say target form fields. Say form fields, but you know it might be generic. Something that interfere with it. Dot length. Text form field. Not necessarily going to happen, but so now I could try to like put things when I want, right? So there's that. But let me try to finish this up. So that's how I'm gonna create my header. So let me try to do it for the album and for the genre. Alright, so here's my three fields, right? Now I'm probably gonna have to pass in their text editing control. Maybe not really, because essentially I should have access to it, right? So say field equals target form index. I kind of wish I did this 3 times, so I have to kind of two, and then a big, if I'm not mistaken, it's beneath, right? So I'd say 3, and then I think for each, right, the controller. The field. So we'll see what that looks like. So, right. So I think one more thing we got to try to do here is the visibility. So now the child is a placeholder, right? So I don't know if you can necessarily try to do this here. But what we can essentially do is that, you know, since it's a little tougher to try to figure it out from there, right? Just take these 3 fields, right, and then just add into our little list that we kind of got going there. Right, so 1, 2, and then 3. And 2, 3. The edit fields. Probably just call it generator, even though it really shouldn't be like this, because I might do a little something that makes it generic. So I say 1, 2. I think that if anything, the other one's kind of like hunched up. It's always 2. I'm mistaken. Right, so that should kind of take care of that. Then we should have access to the text editing controllers as needed. So there's that, and now I want to try to go here. I want to say so where is it? Fields generator. A lot of code here that we're writing. Alright, so controller, fields generator, and then call it healthy. You know, these functions are first class citizens. Alright. album field, and then create a genre field. So say field generator, and now we're not like putting in the wrong spot here. But I'm wondering for a return. I end up returning a widget from all these three, so it's kind of interesting what's going on here, which I'm investigate. So there's kind of my text. There's the text that I kind of get to add in. Definitely want to try to pretty this up, but I want to try to see where this kind of takes me here, right? So artist title, country, and then I think the label text, right? So that's essentially one thing we want to try to do. We want to try to get the label text going, and then so it's going to be the decoration, right? And then say 1, 2. And I definitely want to try to make this a bit generic. So hopefully, like, very good. Right. So please enter the album title, the album date. So that's going to be like the same thing with the artists. So select artist. If I select other, please enter the artist's name. Please enter the artist's country. Right. So there's going to be that. So that's how that's going to work. And then I think genre, right? If I'm not mistaken, please enter the genre title. And then these things get added in before we try to add the song. So yeah, so there's that. That's what that's basically looking like, right? So I think in the next one, so I think we're gonna stop here. In the next one, we're gonna try to find like a calendar control, and then also we're gonna do a drop down control for the countries, right? So see you guys in the next one.